Okay guys, it is the month of February. That means there are some changes for this month's tier list, alright? There has been 3 new guys, you know, obviously on JP, none are on global. But without further ado, let's get right into it. But before that, I'm gonna need you guys to please flash the like button stuff for more content. Alright, so first, we have the brand new Miwa, the green Miwa. And her whole gimmick is like, Miwa and Mechamaru is like Kyoto students, right? So her whole like thing surrounds, she's buffed based on how many Kyoto students are on the team, which is a bit of a problem because as you can see from the tier list right now, there are one good Kyoto student, which is, you know, Momo. Besides that, Mechamaru's crap, and what Kamo's crap, and is that it? And Miwa, and besides this one, there's not really any good Miwas. But anyway, right, so skill 1, she does damage obviously, and she increases her battle count by 3. And this whole battle count is just a little marker thing, you know, like the nail counts and all that, but it's called battle. I don't know what battle means, but that's what it is, right? And that increases if her counter is active, which I'll get into. So skill 2 is a physical technique increase, so she does do more taijutsu damage, and she activates her counter and simple domain. Her simple domain just buffs her, gives her like more damage and all that, and she will do more damage on skill 2 based on her battle count. So the higher her battle count, the higher her damage will be, right? So obviously she'll pop skill 2, then pop skill 1, and then her battle count will increase and so on and so forth, right? And then skill 3 is just physical technique damage again. It'll increase her crit rate, and her battle count will also increase, and it'll also open her counter and split domain again. Again, her counter, just a regular old counter that you'll get, you know, like Yuta and all that, but it's limited to once per turn. And her her simple domain, just more buffs, right? And her ult again is more damage and opens both states. Overall, I think she's decent. Like as a damage dealer, she's, you know, she'll hit high numbers, but she takes too long to set up because you need like pop skill 2, then skill 1, then skill 2 just to get those battle counts like going consistently. And at that point, bro, I think it's kind of annoying because you like, she's green. I'd rather use someone like Mahito or the newly buffed Yuji and Inumaki, you know, or Geto or Hokupo Gojo. You know, there's a lot more better options out there where unless you like the Kyoto team, isn't really much of a point in using her. Is she decent though? I'm gonna say yeah. And her counter also is, you know, it's only one counter per turn. They could have given her more, I reckon. But is she bad? I don't think so. Oh, I didn't do this. Wait. Skip! and anyway, is she bad? I don't think so. But is she that good? Not really. So I'm gonna put her at the top of Meh. On also this Inumaki, I want to move up because I was not familiar with his game. He's like a really good debuffer. So next we have Muta, alright, which is, you know, the Mechamaru after he got restored and he actually looks like a normal person now. He's actually pretty good. So skill 1 is physical technique damage, obviously, and 2 Mechamaru counts on the enemy, which again is a little gimmick thing, just like Miwa, just like Nobara's and all that. Skill 2 is AoE damage. It'll add 1 Mechamaru count, and if his curse technique is 30 or higher, his curse energy, sorry, is 30 or higher, he will refresh duration of the Mechamaru counters. So if he's got high curse energy, because they last for 2 turns or 3 turns, I think, the Mechamaru counters, if you use skill 2 with high curse energy, it'll reset it, so it'll keep it there for longer, right? Which I think is actually really good. And skill 3 is more damage, more Mechamaru counters added, and the more damage, the more Mechamaru counters he has, the more damage he'll do. And his ult is AoE damage, and then it'll boost his damage based on his Mechamaru counters again, and it will decrease his enemy's ult gauge by 1. Overall, I think he's just a better version of Miwa because his setup is a lot easier to get because the Mechamaru counters, they're not a pain in the ass. You know, skill 1 adds it without any hassle. You don't need anything active for him to add it, you know what I mean? Overall, I think he's a better version of Miwa. And he also has that little gimmick where the Kyoto students, the more Kyoto students there are, the more buff he gets. Is that a bad thing? I'd say not really, but it just niches out the team a little bit. So if you're summoning for all these units, you'd probably want to use Momo, Miwa, Mechamaru, and then either some kind of Mai, which kind of weird because, like, you know, you want 2 supports hopefully, or like Toto. So hopefully they do a new Toto in the future, which is actually good, because if he's not good, then you know, bro, I'm seeing my boy Toto getting shafted, bro. So yeah, anyway, we're putting Mechamaru or Muta. He's going good pickup. Yeah, so overall, he's a solid DPS. He's a decent AoE option. He doesn't take ages to set up, but he cannot use ult in domains. He needs character students for his potential. So overall, he's a good pickup. So next we have the brand new Inumaki, who came out like yesterday. This dude's actually amazing, okay? He's like a buffed up version of the rare counterpart. So his skill 1 is damage, and then it will do extra damage for every curse speech count. So I don't know why this month JP has loved to add units with these counts, which is kind of annoying. I mean, sure, right? But almost out the gates, you know, like you think Gojo's stacking anything? No, Gojo's a demon no matter what, you know what I mean? But anyway, skill 2 is a stun, like any other Inumaki, and it will also increase the enemy's physical and curse technique damage taken, and it also full ult gauge, similar to, you know, his rare one, but the stunning and filling ult is in 1. But unlike the rare one, he will not give defense anymore, which is fine, I guess. And skill 3 is AoE damage and inflicts curse speech markers onto him, so that will help out skill 1. And ult is more damage, increases his own damage, and does more damage based on the curse speech counters. So even though he's a support, if you can stack enough curse speech counters, which you would anyway, because you're not always going to have the curse energy to do skill 2, so you do a few skill 1s in there, it will increase the curse speech, and skill 3 as well, increasing curse speech markers. He's going to be doing some decent numbers. He's going to hit for around 1 mil, I reckon, like somewhere around that. He's actually really, really good. Not because just the damage, but the support too. The stun, we take those. Debuffs, we take those. And ult gauge filling, we take those too. Obviously, Inumaki rare version is going to be like more accessible and all that. But if you have your hands on this guy, just like the SSR Yaga, he's going to be putting work in. So this dude's going on good pickup, because if you get him, wow, right? So overall, he's a really versatile support, good damage, and he's a upgrade on his rare counterpart. So yeah, guys, that is the tier list for February. I know there's not much changes, just 3 new characters, but JP has also added these new, like, kind of like hidden potential unlock things where you can upgrade units. I know how, like, Nobara has one, I know Nanami has one, but I feel like I don't really, like, you know, I can't use them. I don't really have a good judgment on them, so I'm gonna wait till they go on global and I'll cover them properly there. So that is all for today's video. Be sure to backflash the like button for more content, and I will see you guys later. Peace.